Pregame.com.
And welcome back to Pregame.tv. Ken Thomson in the captain's chair. Marco D'Angelo, man overboard. With my new navigator over here, Bryan Leonard. Bryan, hoping that the Christmas holidays were good to you, my man. I know you hit your NFL Game of the Year, but we had to get one more set of videos for the guys. Didn't want to go all the way to 2014 with at least throwing 2 more NFL games, 2 more college games their way.
Yeah, we're the remaining 2. What happened to us? We had to come in and do videos. Everybody get the week off.
There you go. Well, hey,
didn't know the right people, I guess.
I know you were trying to sleep in, but, you know, RJ just wouldn't have it. You know, got to close out on a high note here.
Well, at least you picked the 2 best guys to do it, right?
There you go, right? We're not going to, we'll just go by the votes that have been coming in. And, you know, with D'Angelo out of here.
There's 2 votes, mine and yours.
Right, exactly. D'Angelo won't be tainting those votes any longer. Of course, Marco D'Angelo, he's that one guy, when you are playing Monopoly, you do not let that guy be the banker. He's the only guy at the end of the game. He's got Baltic and Mediterranean, but he's got all the 500s. You're wondering how that happened. No doubt about it. Okay, so we've got 2 college bowl games and 2 NFL games that we're going to go over in the next 4 videos. First bowl game up is going to be Louisville's Cardinals going up against the Miami Hurricanes. Hurricanes starting off 7-0 before Florida State brought them back to earth. And then, of course, Louisville Cardinals, all except that 1 quarter, that 4th quarter. If they could take that back against Central Florida, they'd be sitting fat, undefeated in a BCS game, Bryan.
Yeah, and I'm kind of glad that didn't happen, because when you look at the entire amount of games that Louisville played, they really haven't been that impressive. They had a very easy schedule. You know, it's interesting that Teddy Bridgewater came into the season. He was the man. Everybody's fighting for position. Who's going to lose so many games so they can get Bridgewater as quarterback? Turned out, you know, he's had a pretty good season, 70% completions. But the real story for Louisville is that defense. That defense has really improved this year.
There is no doubt. Now, also, he had a nice backfield. Michael Dyer got a 3rd chance, was able to make the most of it. Now, he'll miss this game, but you have Sonoris Perry, and you've got Dominique Brown, 2 excellent running backs. Take some pressure off Bridgewater. Give him some time in that play-action fake. That works a lot of times because you think they are going to hand the ball off to one of these 2 prolific running backs.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Miami schedule. They've really only played 1 quality team. Florida State, they lose that game, I believe, 41-14. They lost to Virginia Tech, and they lose to Duke. Decent teams, but not great teams. So neither one of these teams really have played a tough schedule this year. In a lot of the videos I've done, it seems like we're always talking about Louisville. And most of the time I'm going against Louisville because their numbers just didn't represent their status. They came into the season supposedly being one of the best teams, and they always had to lay too many points. You know, they start the year off and they play some weak opposition. But now we come into the bowls, I kind of think this line's a little bit more in line to where they should be.
There you go. Now, Coach Strong also being rumored as one of those guys to take over for Mac Brown.
Yeah, it's he's one of the guys that they want, but is he to that level now? I mean, Texas supposedly Texas is the job everybody wants, but people keep falling off of the wayside. Is it really what everybody thinks it should be?
Exactly. Well, we'll find out. Well, we're going to make this official. This is my play. Louisville, they're a -3 pretty much everywhere around town against Miami. It's the Russell Athletic Bowl coming up on Saturday, the 28th. And I'm going to go right into it. Louisville, as I told you, Michael Dyer is out, but when you have Brown and Perry, again, excellent numbers out of the backfield. These 2 guys, over 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns on the ground. And also Brown, an excellent receiver, 22 receptions, over 250 yards as well, and another score. Bridgewater, like Bryan said, good solid numbers as far as completion ratio, over 70%, over 3,500 yards. And when you look at touchdowns to interceptions ratio, 7-1, 28 touchdowns, just 4 picks on the season. But again, a light schedule, but still this Miami team is a team that I don't think is going to present a lot of problems on the defense because they can't stop the run. They have trouble stopping the pass. And I feel like Brown and Perry are going to be able to run a little bit. They're going to, you know, throw the ball down the field. Bridgewater will, and loosen that defense. You've got excellent receivers. Devontae, that first name, it's big all over the country. Adams there for Fresno State. You got Davis there for UNLV, and of course Devontae Parker for the Louisville Cardinals. 46 receptions, 11 touchdowns. Also Copeland, 5 more touchdowns, and then Rogers, outstanding job as well from the tight end position and also from the wideout position, as he had another 4 touchdowns there for the Louisville Cardinals. As far as Miami, Morris is the guy at the quarterback helm. He struggled in some games. He's put up some pretty good numbers, but he has made some mistakes. As you look at his touchdowns to interceptions ratios, 21 TDs, 12 interceptions. Again, want to get that down a little bit, but he's going to be under pressure. Like Bryan said, a good, solid defense for Louisville. When they lost Duke Johnson, that was a big loss. Crawford stepped in, did as well as he could. You've got some good wide receivers. Allen Hurns is the best of the group, as he had 8 touchdowns on the year and over 1,100 yards. On the defensive side of the ball, look for Shayon Green to try and create havoc, get in on Bridgewater, create havoc, and get some turnovers. If they can do that, Miami has a chance to win this ball game. But I don't think they're going to be able to get in. The offensive line pretty good there for the Cardinals, and like Bryan said, the defense for Louisville. And they're led by Preston Brown, middle linebacker. He's a senior. He's outstanding. Led the team in tackles. And then Hakeem Smith, all the AAC as far as last year he was all Big East, this year all AAC. And then you've also got Pryor. Both their safeties are outstanding. 2 of the better safeties combining in the country. So I'm looking for Louisville to open things up. Again, this is a game that fits their schedule. Like Bryan said, they didn't play a tough schedule, but this falls right into some of these games that they should win, and they should take care of business. Should win the game by at least 7 points. Again, laying 3, I have no problem. This game will be in Orlando, and I'm looking forward for Louisville to take care of business. So that's it. That's the first of 4 for this weekend. Let's call it as Saturday the 28th. We're going to take Louisville minus the points against Miami here on pregame.tv. Bryan, your take.
I just want to ask you this. The game's being played in Orlando. Obviously, Miami going up to Orlando. Is that an advantage or a disadvantage for them? Because when you go into a bowl game, most of the time, everybody's excited to go someplace warm, but you're already playing in Miami. You're only going up to Orlando. Are you excited to go to Orlando, or are you happy because your fans will be able to travel and it's not that far away?
Yeah, and also you have alum for the Hurricanes all over the state. So for some of those folks that are, now relocated over there in Orlando, probably happy there. But for Louisville, their folks will be happy to go down from Papa John Stadium, get down there, and I'm sure they will travel well. They support that team pretty well over there, Louisville. They've been doing that over the last several years, and I like the fan base there for the Cardinals. I think you're going to see more red and white than you will Canes colors, even though the Canes make Florida their home state. And that is a look at the first of 4. Like we said, we'll come back. We'll have Bryan's take. He's got a college bowl game coming up. Kansas State taking on the Michigan Wolverines. That is in the Buffalo Wild Wings bowl game, and that's from Tempe, Arizona. We'll do that on the next video. Ken Thomson, Bryan Leonard. We'll be right back.